how did you in philosophy meet? How did that journey start?
Easily. Like as soon as I became conscious, like, oh shit, I gotta pay rent, I gotta pay bills. That's when I really became conscious. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But seriously, and tying it into my music, I think it became like more of the storytelling. So I really have to reflect, right? And that's when you really can become conscious and build on your philosophy on like what your thinking ideas really mean to yourself. So music helped me align that with how I feel about everything now. So like I may think deeply about something and I may not think so deeply about something else, but it's all about that philosophy and what it means to you to make sure you have that feeling about it in the first place, if you will. So I think getting into music helped me get into that.
Welcome to the Breaking the Silence podcast. I am your host, Arthur Nikki Nicole. Here I believe in winning together and creating a safe, supportive space for people to share their stories and start their healing journey. My passion is to help people confront hidden battles, embrace their truths, and take steps towards a more fulfilling life. Every episode is designed to break the silence on topics that often go unspoken, leading to conversations that uplift, inspire, and transform. Join me as we break the barriers and find strength through shared experiences, one story at a time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're now starting season 6. So welcome back to another powerful episode of Breaking the Silence. I'm your host, Coach Nikki Nicole, and this is the space where I shine the light on incredible people who are doing great things and making a difference in the world. Together, we will uncover those untold stories, break the barriers, and challenge the norms to inspire change. Every episode will explore the journey of individuals who have found their voices finally, like me, and overcame adversity and are trying to change their lives through their passion, their resilience, and their purpose. So, from thought leaders to unseen heroes, I'll bring you the stories that need to be heard and the wisdom that can ignite transformation. So, get ready to be inspired, to learn, and to be a part of this movement as we break the silence on the issues that matter the most. So, it's time for these voices to be heard, and I'm waiting to hear them. So let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get right into it and find out what's going on today and dive into this episode with Mr. Jarmar Green. Let me tell you about this fella here. He is a modern philosopher who transforms ideas into action through music. Yeah, that's what I said too. I was like, what? Well, I won't keep you any longer. Let's just get right to it. So after his countdown, please welcome him to the Breaking the Silence platform. Hello, hello.
Yes. What a beautiful entrance. Thank you so much. That was so awesome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being a guest. I'm excited about having this conversation because I was like, wait a minute. He's a philosopher that turns his ideas into his music.
Yes.
Now that's
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you can help AI with that type of terminology. Those really help me build those ideas to really to really get my ideas. So sometimes I'll scatterbrain things and turning those ideas into something so easy to digest, like music. Oh, that's something that I continue to still work on, but it's still the hype of the reason I'm still doing it.
Nice. So tell me, how did you and philosophy meet? How did that
Yeah.
how did that journey start?
Easily. Like as soon as I became conscious, like, oh shit, I gotta pay rent, I gotta pay bills. That's when I really became conscious. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But seriously, and tying it into my music, I think it became like more of the storytelling. So I really have to reflect, right? And that's when you really can become conscious and build on your philosophy on like what you're thinking ideas really mean to yourself. So music helped me align that with how I feel about everything now. So like I may think deeply about something and I may not think so deeply about something else, but it's all about that philosophy and what it means to you to make sure you have that feeling about it in the first place, if you will. So I think getting into music helped me get into that. And fortunately for me, I was able to get into music probably in high school, middle school, even before then when I was in band playing the clarinet. But
The clarinet.
yeah, and so like, we'll go down the rabbit hole of the different instruments, but that's when I think I became more introduced to philosophy and how I approach things in this world.
Wow. Wow. I see. I was in the marching band. I was in all of it. If it had band in it, I was in it. I played the
Love it.
trumpet. I played it.
Yes.
Now don't ask me to blow it now, because I can't blow it now. But hey, I used to love playing the trumpet though, but now I can't. I just focus on the piano now. I can't
Okay.
play the trumpet.
Hey, both of them take like a lot of skill. Um,
Yes.
so piano especially, man, because you got so many well, depending on what type of piano and how many keys how many octaves you're going, what type of music you're playing, but it translates to every single type of music, the piano.
Right. Right. So tell me, how does living in Indianapolis influence your music and your overall artistic vision? Are there any like local experiences or maybe cultural elements that you draw from?
Oh yeah. So Indianapolis, Indiana, being in the Midwest, it gets its name, the crossroads of America. So it's a melting pot of America, if you will. We have good food, we have good culture, we have good music, but it's awesome to be able to like have all that and be not somewhere that's so like crazy, like Chicago's or LA's or New York's. And those places definitely have a lot more to offer, but you get that here in Indianapolis and you feel that here in being in the Midwest. So like that's the draw I get. And I was born and raised here. So like all my friends, like I get a lot of my influence from them and being able to translate that into my music. I have to give it up to Indianapolis because they gave me Indianapolis, the state and the city gave me a good upbringing to be able to get into music, and it was easy for me. I feel.
Nice. So many people see music as a form of expression, but
Hmm.
you seem to take it a little bit further, turning those
Hmm.
ideas into action. So can you give me like an example of how you use your music to inspire change or maybe influence others?
Oh yeah, because I mean it's a mental thing, and it's like you said, it's emotion. Like you get the emotion from the type of beat or how you want to play the piano or how I want to play the guitar. Another one of those instruments I play. Like it, that builds on how you interact with or how you start the music journey, if you will. But taking like lyrics, you have to take like stories and you have to make the story make sense lyrically.
Right.
And that part is when you get a little bit deeper off the emotion. And you have to capture that to me. You have to be able to grasp your emotion, grasp the story you're trying to tell over the song and articulate it with words to make it a lyric. And that is hard. That is
Yeah.
hard. It's not
But
easy.
that's just like changing poetry into a song.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Because poetry is, there's no bounds to it. It's the reader who makes the poetry a poem, basically. Well,
Right.
or the music, like you put that down or put that in front of someone, you're gonna hear the whole complete project.
Exactly.
So like you have to articulate that
You
big time.
have to. So your music creates this unforgettable experience for your listeners. So
Hmm.
what is your process for making sure that
Hmm.
each song and each performance has that lasting effect? Because music right now is so oversaturated
It's
where
great. Two
everybody's
million
trying to.
songs a day. Two
Okay,
million, yeah.
so how are you standing out in this crazy crowd we have with music?
All right. The realest advice I've ever gotten in music is be yourself, and there's only one of you, right? Because everybody else is taken. So like that's all you can do is be so authentic inside your music and be so authentic with yourself over the music. Then you tap into people who almost wish they can do that or want to be able to do that, and then you become in like, oh wow, this is how you do that. Like that's where you want to be able to get in music making. Like there's a lot of fake lyrics out there, and I'm not gonna lie. When I was getting into music, getting into rap, I used to fornicate BS just to make sure it rhymed. But as I matured and I've done it for almost 5 years now, like it becomes more of like personal. Like
Yes.
this is a body of art that I'm putting time and effort in, and here's a lyrics that match that story. Here's a story that matched that feeling of that lyric.
Right. I agree. So,
Yeah,
I'm going to give them a sneak peek of something that you made called Grace.
yeah. Me and my cousin, shout out to Cephas. He owned that with me. That's one of my latest videos. Besides the video that's coming out here in a couple weeks.
All right. Let's give them a sneak peek.
Wait, no Chevy, all over the bread like sesame. We killing these niggas real gracefully. It's just the grace in me. Won't stop till the whole team stops. Squad tighter than a can of sardines. Shoot, never speak. More than one hole, hand in the line. Just gotta keep it discreet. Gotta keep it discreet. Don't limit hustler, something like Master P. Trying to get paid for everything. Making a check is destiny. I can sense a hater from the vibe, the presence. Most of these lame nigga peasants. Leave them in the dust, start revving. Whirlwind.
All right. Take me back to
Yes.
when you wrote this song, create this song, everything, and tell me how did that come about?
So I think that song came out on the project called Black Platinum. And that was a 3-song EP, extended play. Me and my cousin Cephas, he's from Indiana too. And shout out to Sylvesto. And him and I did 2 of the 3 songs on that project. So basically, we got the beats. We stuck with the beats, just kept them on repetitive, just keep listening to them. We got the feeling. We started right. The first song in that project was called Communicate, where it's basically communicate to me what you want, what you need, and let's make it happen, right? Alarmed was my personal favorite on that EP because it was just me. But that one was like, don't be alarmed. This is my lifestyle. This is how I can provide, and this is what it is. And then Grace was like, all right, Grace is like, it's the grace in me that allows me to have this lifestyle, but also the grace in me that makes me protect it.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I think holds a heavy hitter between everybody can relate to everything I just said, right? You got something you care about that deeply, whether it's family, whether it's your work, whether it's your peace of mind, which is a lot of, that's a lot of people's. But that particular song, Grace, was that the grace in me keeps me sane. The grace in me is what protects my peace. The grace in me is what makes me want to continue going. And both Cephas and I were able to just write about that period. And
Nice.
the heavy hitters and the soft vibes in it. It goes both ways. Grace.
Now you're gonna make me go back and listen to the lyrics. See, let me tell you something. I listen to the beat first. I've always said that the beat got to jump at me first, right? And if the beat doesn't jump to me in maybe about the 5 or 6 seconds, I skip next.
Exactly.
So
That's how it is.
I only heard the beat of that song. I'm just gonna be honest. I only heard the beat, and I was like, okay, I like this. Didn't hear the lyrics. So with that being said, I always ask all the artists, which do you think has the most impact on a song, the lyrics or the beat?
Mm. Well, for me, I'm gonna say both, but you're right. The beat. It's always the beat. It's and shout out to Beat Money DP. Dude's been rocking with me since I first started, and he still kills it. He's way up there as far as credibilities here in Indy, and man, he's a dog when it comes to this beats. But he knows how to communicate to people through that beat making. Like his beats, like you said, like it didn't take you long, and it doesn't, and he never makes a beat where it has to take you long for you to know, oh, this song is it. And that's why his name is Beat Money TV, because he is a beat maker, let me tell you. And I 110%, without a beat, I would not know where lyrics will go. And sometimes I fall into the beat to help me with the lyric, to help me with a time in my life that I felt this way before. You know,
Right.
so like, yeah, it's literally the beat all the time. Lyrics, you can really get away with anything in lyrics if you say it fast enough, or if you just have the people that are backing you, and you can just say anything. Yeah, some people just get away with that, right? So, but me, no. Like, there's purpose and meaning behind my lyrics, and I'm just happy I found someone like Beat Money DP to be able to speak to people through beat making, and that's the beat. Sorry for the long-winded the answer, but it's the beat.
It's the beat. It's the beat. The beat wins this time. So you said something about EPs. You know, you put an EP out. So I gotta ask this question, because you know, back in the day when you would go in out the studio and you record, you record until you get it right.
Yep.
And now, you know, the songs are not as long as they used to be. They're
Right.
really short,
Yep.
and people aren't putting out albums anymore. They're putting out the EPs. They're putting out the singles. So with the industry changing the way it's changing with the streaming platforms now, instead of selling CDs and selling set tapes and everything, what is your biggest challenge in the music industry now to try to stand out and be that artist that people are pouring?
Having good marketing. Yeah, that's the biggest thing now. Like, how fast can you get a good song, and then how fast can you get it out in front of everybody?
Yeah.
And then whether they like it or not, it's up to that person. But if you got a good song, then you shouldn't have to worry about it now. But yeah, that marketing is the biggest thing for a lot of people. And some people are just not marketable. Some people are just not approachable. And some people don't want to be approached. So like it's hard to mend that and find that balance. But there's some insane artists out there, period.
Yes.
Everywhere. I mean, everybody can gravitate towards music. It's all about who has the extra oomph to put that poetry in it, or put that guitar or that piano or that trumpet up, or like that's.
But then again, though, Jarmar, it's money too, because you know it takes money to mix and master these songs and then push these songs too. So you got to have that money. I've heard a lot of artists say, it takes a lot of money in order for you to really get where you need to go, unless you have those connections.
Exactly, and some of those connections cost money. Period.
Yes.
And, yeah, and it's so crazy because I think back then, when you were right, when it was like records, that's where all the money went, was to get the prints, to get the good album, to get a physical copy, maybe a T-shirt to go along with it, and a ticket to go to a show with that purchase. and all that was a bundle deal worth the $15. Now people pay $15 to get a song on one playlist that barely has people listening to it for 30 minutes. Like, it's like, that's the biggest thing about music now, is how much marketing did you put into it, and how much of a tool of marketing can you be to make that return on investment, right?
Right. So with that being said, who would you want to collaborate with? Who is your dream collaboration with?
My dream collaborator with music, with business, would probably be like Master P. Like, I say that in that great song.
Master P.
Yes, absolutely. Percy, let me tell you what. Because he's an influence on a different level. He's like your rapper's favorite business person, right? Because he has his like foot in everything, and he played in the NBA. Yeah. And also he did good music. He made hits, and he found out early. And another person, you're gonna probably cuss me out for this, but Soulja Boy. He is a fool, but when he says he's the first to do it, there's a reason why. He was the first person to put into YouTube, and look at him now. He says royalties from like early YouTube days, like, which is crazy to me. That's like, that is unheard of. Another one that's funny to a lot of people is probably like another YouTube mogul, probably like, I don't know, Lil B, like someone that's like understands rap to another, or like understands the music game, where they're so independent. Something like Kid Cudi, like people like that, like like people like Frank Ocean, like people who were able to get into the game and understand, oh no, this is a good platform, but oh my God, there's a business side about it, and we're able to get outside the business and get straight to like really money, like the real money, and investing, but still go back to music, you know, like, right. And that's what I want. And another one, 50 Cent, being able to do music, being able to do like acting, and just the avenue. Music is just a one platform. That's I love music to death, and I want to do it forever. But I also want to do other things that layer on top of that.
Right. But you gotta do different stuff. Now those three shocked me. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gonna say somebody like Drake, because you know everybody you know what I'm saying, Drake. I was giving it good. Don't say nobody else, but don't say Drake name.
No, but in that silo of like music entrepreneurship and just like breaking the barrier, getting outside of the box, those are the people that I really gravitated to, that are, like, really shocked me. Like, dang, he did that. Like, Master P got an ice cream.
But Master P though has a lot of business stuff going too. He's making money. That's a good business move though. I will say that.
Like, in another one, like Lil Boosie. Like, Lil Boosie is he wow on like social media, but he's another like figure that took rap and only made it the base. And now he's like building houses and starting his like acting. He's getting into like studios and building movies. Like, like these are like incredible people. These are incredible people that I think that take something like music and was like
took off. But you know, I'm still surprised you said Boosie too. But Boosie got some hits though, because I'm gonna tell you a secret. Well, it ain't gonna be a secret after this episode. But I used to get crunk with Boosie song "Set It Off" right before episode. I play that just to get hyped for it. I ain't gonna
had that voice. He had that voice. So it's only right that he took that voice into other things. Like, right. Like, but yeah, Boosie has like several hits. Like, oh my God. Like I'm thinking of like all these Boosie hits now. Like I can't even think of the name because I'm like put on the spot now. But like Boosie has hits.
Yes,
He, especially here in in Indiana. He come here. He comes here. He actually signed a couple of artists from
right,
Indianapolis. Yeah, so
right. You gonna make me go play set it off after this episode.
I mean,
But
set it off. I mean,
oh
man,
man,
Boosie is the truth, man. Like it, like everything, like the mind of the maniac, mind of a maniac. I remember watching that music video for the first time. I was like, bro, is this dude an actor? But no, this is his music video. And if you ever look at my music videos, Nikki, you'll see like how I try to take acting elements.
yeah, I saw that in one of them.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So now I know why.
yeah, like
Oh
I'm
man,
trying to be as marketable as possible.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
So what
absolutely.
kind of impact do you hope to leave with your audience, both musically and being
Yeah,
a philosopher too?
yeah.
What kind of impact do you hope or legacy you hope to leave behind?
The biggest one is the freedom to be yourself, freedom to think for yourself and be your own identity through your art. I mean, and everybody can do that, and everybody will want to do that, right? But like, not making such a big deal of it. I try to like pride myself over my range of words in my lyrics, but also pride the fact that this is really easy to read. This is really easy to get into, and there's some songs where I do cuss, but there's some songs where I don't, and it's not because I try to or anything, but it's just like authentically because it's on me. Period. So like
Right.
I if one thing to just round it on, I like to say being yourself gets you in a comfortable state where being comfortable in an uncomfortable situation is easier. So if
Easier.
you always control what you can control, and if you do that, all those uncomfortable moments become easier. You become more
Yes.
comfortable.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
So man, this has been an amazing interview. So I'm down to my last question before I let you
Oh,
have the stage to, let everybody know what you have coming up in the year 2025 and where
yes.
they can find your music and everything. This is my last question for you. If you could converse with any philosopher, who would it be and why?
I'd say two people, and two people that come top of mind. They're not like they're to me they're philosophers and scientists. But I'd say like my kid me would say like Bill Nye, and then like the grown up me would be like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Neil Tyson deGrasse, and I think I said it right the first time, but yeah, both of those two people hold like significant. I always find myself like scrolling through, like just doom scrolling on social media, and like one thing Neil said that stuck with me was like how big the universe is, and like another one of those philosophy questions of like how important it is to control your vibrations and what you allow in your circle, was because he says stuff like how big the universe is and how big the outside thing is. So we all don't really matter. So like, but we do. Like all of our vibrations really shift and change depending what you allow in your circle, right? You really
Mhm.
feel that. And whether you want it or not, those things matter. And so think about on a bigger level where all those vibrations go. Like we do matter. It may not think on like a intergalactical level, but on a micro level, on an earth level, we all matter. So like that's why I'm always like stay true to yourself, stay true to what you want to allow in your circle, and be real with yourself and control what you can control, and those uncomfortable moments will be comfortable.
I agree. I agree. So this is your moment. I'm gonna do the countdown. Now, don't get afraid when the countdown gets over. I have to tell everybody this. You're going to be up there by yourself. I
Cool.
tell everybody where they can find your music, what's coming up next for you. This is your time to shine.
Yes.
So after the countdown, you got it.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. It's your boy Jarmar Green right here at Indianapolis, Indiana. We call that Naptown. I want to thank the Arthur and Nikki for having me on the show. You can follow me on every social media platform at BLK Bullet, BULLET, BLK Bullet, BULLET Black Bullet X on all platforms. And the whole reason why I'm doing these podcasts and getting on all these beautiful platforms is because I got an album, a 5-song album coming out January 28th called Back-Ends. It'll be out. Video will be out 2 weeks before then. Come follow me and come follow the hype. Be yourself and control what you can.
Thank you so much, Jarmar, for being a guest on Breaking the Silence. I do appreciate you. If there's anything that I can do to further assist you to try to help you be better in marketing, because you said that's your challenge. So if there's anything else I can do to further get you out there with my audience, send it to me, let me know, and hey, we in it together.
Please. What the biggest thing for me and help me is my music. Like I got this EP coming out 128, obviously. Nikki, if you have an outlet where you spin music or spin any type, you have a radio show, or if you need music in the background or anything, use one of these songs from this EP. I want that to be out there for the creators and for the people who want to use it. If you have a Gmail, please send it to me, and I want to be able to add you to that folder to have those WAV files.
Okay, I see you. Thank you. Helping each other. I love it.
Yes. Like, and especially because I feel like it's really good music.
Hey, I will definitely shoot you that email and we're going to do it together.
Perfect. I'll definitely hit you up on Instagram if I don't hear back from you or whatever. But it's been a super big pleasure to be on the podcast. Breaking the Silence. You definitely got my follows on YouTube and Instagram. So if you do any sharing or anything, I'll definitely repost.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being a guest, and I see you at the top.
Yes. Have a good one, Nikki.
You too. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into this amazing episode with Jarmar Green. Man, a philosopher turning his ideas into music. That's amazing. So I hope that you will follow his journey on all platforms and see what he is really about. So until next time, I hope that you continue to break the silence in your lives. Know that your life matters, your voice matters, and no matter what you're trying to do in this lifetime, guess what? You can do it, but it starts with you. So until next time, I'll see you on the other side. Later.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Incognita, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing podcast. It's Nikki Nicole's Breaking the Silence. I was honored to be a guest on this podcast, and I had such an amazing time. It felt like I was talking to a long-lost friend. She's so dope and so sweet. So please support her. Go to her channel, subscribe, check out her videos, comment, just any way that you can support her. She's providing a platform for people to share their voice, share some love and some positive information. So definitely check that out. My episode will be airing in March, so I'll be sure to keep y'all posted on that. I'll post it on my page with a link when the time comes. But in the meantime, in between time, all the time, support my girl Nikki, Breaking the Silence podcast. I love y'all. God bless.
Thanks for watching another episode of Breaking the Silence. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.